What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Midwestern. This is my first video on my new channel, Daily Chew. Check it out. Subscribe. I already got a dip in right now. I'm in a thing of Copenhagen Wintergreen. Got my trusty mud jug, Confederate camo. Go to mudjug.com, get you a mud jug. You ain't a dipper unless you have one. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You can use a bottle or whatever. I'm just joking. Anyway, this video today is going to be for all you beginner dippers looking out there how to learn the basics on how to dip. I mean, you may think, hey, just put it in your mouth and that's about it. No. There's more of a way to do it. So today, I'm going to teach you. Also, check out all the other videos on how to do it if you are really learning how to dip. I obviously don't condone underage dipping, but I also think it's better to do than smoke. It is a safer alternative to smoking, as said by Mudjug1, Outlaw, and I believe Joey Let's Dip in 94 said that. And it is true. Check out Mudjug1's channel to have a video on that. Anyway, let's get on to the video. What do you say? Alright, for you beginner dippers. Obviously, you're going to be scared to try new dips. You're going to be like, oh, hey, I don't want to waste my money on something I don't want to buy. Well, that's the thing. You got to experiment to what you like. It took me 4 different dips to find out what I wanted to dip daily. And I still, go back and forth, got to switch it up, keep the flavor, new, and keep it from going old. You know what I'm saying? Alright, for all you beginner dippers out there, I do not suggest dipping Copenhagen Wintergreen as your first dip if you like to dip for a long time, simply because it is a dip you gotta move into. It's, I don't know how to say this, but it's like a high-level dip, if you want to say that. I don't know how to describe it. Basically, you want to start on I know this ain't going to sound good, but you want to start on a little bitch dip. My definition of bitch dip is any Skol fruity flavors. Those Skol fruity flavors will basically get you into the habit of dipping. They will make it to where you're not sick by it, unless, you swallow it or do any of that bullshit. And a good one to start on would be Skol Mint Extra. Skol Mint Extra. For your first time, I would recommend pouches. But once you advance into the dipper world, I really suggest just going to the long cut or fine cut, whatever your choice is. If you do like those pouches, I'm not telling you, hey, don't be a bitch and stop doing them. If you like them, keep doing them. Basically, another good Skol flavor or flavors would be Skol Apple, Skol Berry, Skol Peach, or any of those Skol fruity flavors. Like I said, it'll get you into the habit of dipping. Once you feel like you have gotten better at dipping and you want to advance onto the better dips, the more notorious dips, move on to Copenhagen, move on to Grizzly, move on to whatever you want to try. Simply just, like I said, experiment. I started with Skol Extra pouches. That's what got me into it. And then right after that can, I was like, you know what, I got this down. Bought me a can of Copenhagen Wintergreen, Copenhagen Straight, and Skol Cherry. I'll tell you what, folks. When I first started dipping, that buzz hit me hard. And don't be afraid of the buzz. The buzz is a good thing. It makes you chill, makes you, like it says, buzz. And since it's how I'm an experienced dipper, I don't get that buzz anymore. Every now and then I'll put for a challenge on a friend, someone says to me, hey, bet you can't dip a full can. I will put a full can in my mouth. And, yeah, I'll get a little bit of a buzz. It'll make me a little shaky. But, It's just in who you are and how you handle it. Alright, now let's move on to the strategy of dipping. When you're first being a dipper, you're not going to take a freaking pinch that ain't no freaking hogger. You ain't going to take none of freaking that. You're not going to make that your first dip. Basically what you're going to do on your first dip is you want to take a small, tiny little pinch. Simply because if you get too much, the flavor and the nicotine will overwhelm you and not make you want to do it anymore. Alright, there's the first lesson. Alright, the second lesson is, you're not going to learn how, unless you naturally know how to flick your finger, it's going to be difficult for you to hit it. Don't feel bad that you can't do that. It took me a little while to learn how to do it, okay? Basically, if you don't know how to, just get it a little packed on the side. You know, get it to where you can grab a little pinch and get on with your day. But as time goes by, you will start to learn how to pack it. I'm still learning in the process. I mean, I can't flick it hard, but it gets me a good pack. See that pack right there? That probably just... There's a pack for me. I mean, it's not the best, not the worst, but it gets a pack. The important thing is that you don't just focus on packing it, but putting it in your mouth. Alright. Other dipping ways. I do not condone dipping in school if you are underage. It is not smart, you'll get in trouble, and it's just not worth the consequence. It really isn't. I mean, just wait 8 hours or something, or wait till lunch. Just don't do it during school. You will get caught simply because of the smell. Why, you ask? My freaking video just fell. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, like I was saying, the smell. The smell has a distinct kind of smell. It doesn't say, hey, I got wintergreen, and they're just going to think it's gum. No, it has a stronger taste and a stronger smell than gum. It has a distinct tobacco smell. And it'll be on your breath. They'll notice. I mean, they don't just kind of talk to you 4 feet away and not notice something back here, right here, up here. Don't matter how good you hide it, they'll notice it. Simply because that's what they're taught to do. Alright. Let's say you do dip in school, right? Let's say, hey, I need that. I need it to, get through the day. I would not recommend the following dips. Copenhagen Black. Copenhagen Straight. Copenhagen Original. What else do we got here? Copenhagen Snus. All those have a really strong smell that comes out of your mouth when you talk face to face. That's about it on don't dip in school. Like I said, I do not condone it. I am of age, so don't do it. Alright, let's get on to talking to your parents about if you do dip and they find out. Dipping is not the worst thing to do in the world. It really isn't. It doesn't cause harm to anybody but yourself, I should say. But when you smoke, you blow smoke onto other people, it bothers them, it bothers their sinuses, and it bothers their lungs, and, they don't like it. But when you have this, all you need is a spitter or something. When, as long as you don't spill it on them, it shouldn't be a problem for them. If you do have a spitter, and you do have a girlfriend, I would definitely recommend getting a mud jug like so. Not just because it looks cool, but because when your girlfriend's over, she don't want to see all that brown spit and bottles. It seems as how maybe you don't clean. And this is just laying around, she goes, hey, what's that? I go, that's my spitter. Just kind of blocks out the look of it, and the smell mostly. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up for this video. Like I said, me Midwestern Dipper, check out my channel. comment and subscribe. Give me a like or two. Wouldn't hurt. But yeah, for all you beginner dippers out there, keep dipping. And I hope you like it. I hope I helped you with my advice. That's just how I learned how to dip. And you guys have a nice day. And always, keep it dipping.